Hello everyone. Let us start the new topic for today, that is literal. So literal is what in Boolean algebra actually when we make the Boolean expressions, so we use the concept of variables. So the another name of variables in Boolean algebra is called literal. So we can describe here with the definition that literal is a single variable within a term which may or may not be complemented. That means any variable by without using bar or without using negation can also be considered as a literal. For example, if I say A is a literal, B is also a literal, A bar is a literal, and B bar is also a literal. And one more example we can take here, like look at here, if F is defined on a set of variables A, B, and C, so we can say that A is a literal, yes, A bar is a literal, yes, B is a literal, yes, of course, B bar is a literal, yes, C, yes, C bar is a literal, yes, of course. If I ask you A bar B, is that a literal? No, it is not actually a literal. The reason is what? Literal is a single variable, so we cannot take two or more variable inside it. So literal is a single variable which may be used with complement sign or which may be used without complement sign. So this is what about literal. Moving on to the next topic, that is minterm. Now minterm is the product of n distinct literals where each literal occurs exactly once. Look at here again, what he is saying, it is a product and max term is the sum. This is the most important difference between these two, min term and max term. Min term and max term both are actually the product of literals. For example, A dot B, min term is the product of literals, max term is the sum of the literal. For example, A plus B. So this is the difference between two, but what it says, the most important line again is each literal occurs exactly once. In both of the definition we are using this, each literal occurs exactly once. It is must to use it, otherwise it will not be considered as a min term or as a max term. The second point is what that you need to remember, that min term are represented by small m, whereas max term are represented by capital M. Let us take one example, like we are having two variables P and Q. So total number of truth values we can generate will be 2 to the power 2, means 4. So obviously how we'll make the truth table, that you all know, 0 that means half zeros and half 1. So we will write here 0 0 1 1. Then again we will do the half of zeros 1. So we will write 0 1 0 1. I hope it's clear to you all. Now next, how to generate min term and max term. Firstly, we will look only for the min term. Now min term definition says what? It is the product of n distinct literals. So obviously wherever we are using min term, just look at here, we are writing here P dot Q. We are writing what? P dot Q. And max term we are using P plus Q. Right? So here I hope it's clear, P dot Q dot we are using here. Right? Now next is how we will write negation. Now 0 0 0 0 in min term will be represented as P bar dot Q bar. How it is so? Because in min term 1 is represented by uncomplemented variable and 0 is represented by complemented variable in case of min term. In case of max term, the process will be just reverse. Again repeating, in case of min term, 1 will be represented by uncomplemented variable, 0 will be represented by complemented variable. So look at here, we are writing here what? We are writing here 0 0 0 0. So 0 0 means what? P bar dot Q bar, because this 0, first one 0 belongs to Q, second 0 actually belongs to Q. So PQ, so P bar dot Q bar, because it is 0 0. Next look at their combination, next one is 0 1. 0 1 means first it will be P bar, secondly it will be Q. Q क्यों लिख रहे हैं? Because it is 1 actually, and P bar we are writing just because the value of P is 0. So we are writing P bar dot Q. Look at for the third combination now, 1 0. So 1 0 means what? P Q bar, Reason? Because q, value of q is 0. That's why it will be represented by a complemented variable. So it will be p dot q bar. Look at the fourth combination, that is 1 1. Both are uncomplemented variable, and for uncomplemented, that means for one value we represent it simple. So it will be p dot q. So this is how you will represent min term. Moving on to the next, max term, how we will generate. Now you know all max term is the sum of n distinct variable. Because it is sum, so you know one thing, what, that it will be written as like this, p plus q. Remember one thing, we are using p plus q here. If I use here a and b, so we will generate the min term and max term in relation to a and b only. So it depends on the set of variables. Now look at here, max term. In case of max term, the process is reverse as that of min term. So in case of max term, 0 will be represented by uncomplemented variable and 1 will be represented by complemented variable. This is the most important line, you have to remember it. Max term, right? Now look at here, for the first one, 0 0, you will generate the max term as p plus q. Reason? 0 0. For 0 0 you will use what? 0 0 ke liye you will use uncomplemented variable. So you will write here p plus q. Look at the next combination, 0 1. Now 0 ke liye you will use simple p, and for 1 you will write what? Q bar. Look at the next one, 1 0. For 1 0, what you will write? P bar plus q. Reason? Because the value of p is 1, value of q is 0. So 1 के लिए आप क्या लिखते हैं? P bar. 0 के लिए you will write what? Q. In case of max term, min term होगा तो reverse हो जाएगा. Now p plus, and last combination is 1 and 1 here. So 1 1 के लिए in case of max term it will be what? P bar plus q bar here. Look at here. So I hope it's clear. Remember it again, that min term is the product and max term is the sum. Second difference is min term is represented by small m, whereas max term is represented by capital M, and min term is the just opposite of max term. Moving on to the next, I hope it's clear. Moving on to the next slide. Yes, questions that can come in your exam. So discussing about the first question, find out the min term designation of A, B, C, D if. Means we have to find out the min term designation of A, B, C, D. min term designation means min term का number find out करना है आपको A, B, C, D के केस में. if value of A is given as 1, B की value 1, C की value 1 and D की value is 0. So A, B, C, D, that means number is actually 1 1 1 0. Now you remember one thing, in the last video, that means in the previous video, we have discussed how to convert a binary number into its equivalent decimal number. So how will you find out the how will you convert this binary number into a decimal equivalent? Very simple process. You will write here 1 1 1 0. Multiply it with 2 की power 0. This 2 की power 1, this 2 की power 2 and this one 2 की power 3, and you will multiply these numbers and finally you will add on the result. So it will come like this. 2 to the power 3 is 8. 8 into 1 will be what? 8, plus 2 की power 2 4. 4 into 1 will be 4, plus 2 की power 1 2. 2 into 1 2. 2 की power 0 is 1. 1 into 0 will be actually 0. So 8 plus 4 12. 12 plus 2 is 14. So answer is what? 14 actually. Look at here again this calculation, right? So 14 is the answer. So you will write here 14. You will write here 14, and I have written here small m. Small m because the question is what? You have to find out the min term designation, and min term are represented by small m. So you will write here the final answer as m 14. This is the correct answer, right? Moving on to the next question now. Find out the max term designation of A plus B plus C plus, it's actually that negation sign is shifted. Question is, it's A bar. Question, just let me correct it. It's actually A bar plus B plus C bar plus D. The question is like this. I'm writing here, it's A bar plus B plus C bar plus D. The question is this. You have to find out the max term designation. As you know, all max term is represented by capital M. So obviously you will get the answer as capital M, right? Now you have to find out the number of it. Number will be what now? You know, in case of max term, it is just it is just opposite of min term. So in case of this max term, this complemented variable, it is represented by, in case of this, uncomplemented variable are represented by, just hold for a while, I think some mistake is there in the question. The question, this bar got shifted here. The yes, the question is, a mistake is there. Let me just correct this question. So question was like it's A plus B plus C plus D, and it's like this. This is the actual question. A plus B bar plus C plus D bar. This is the actual question. This negation got shifted here by mistake. So how will you find out this? Now in case of max term, you know one thing, what, that uncomplemented variable are represented by zero sign. Uncomplemented variable are represented by zero sign. So you will write here what? 0. Then for B you will use what? 1. For C, uncomplemented variable, you will use 0, and for D bar you will use what? 1. So it is actually 0 1 0 1, and this is the bind this is represents which number? 5. So final answer is what? M, 5. Capital M you will write capital M because it is a max term, and if it is going to be a min term, then you will write what? Small m. So this type of questions can come in your exam. So practice it. Some more questions may be given in your book, so practice it. That's all about it. Thank you.